Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter, Michael Jordan's Golf Course and the Hidden Lessons for Winning Wealthy Clients. Let me tell you a story. Michael Jordan built himself a golf course. Not just any golf course, the golf course. The Grove 23. Some people call it Slaughterhouse 23. Why? Because if you get an invitation to play and you think you've got game, Jordan's going to eat you alive. The course is designed to tilt the odds ever so slightly in his favor. Not obvious, not unfair, just sneaky enough that the greatest competitor of all time still gets his edge. Now, before you think this is just another story about a billionaire ex-athlete flexing his wallet, pay attention. This place is a masterclass in attention to detail. And if you're a financial advisor, consultant, or anyone trying to work with wealthy clients, the lessons here are pure gold. Jordan didn't just wake up one day and say, I've got money. Let me pour it into some grass and sand traps. No, he was frustrated. He didn't like the pace of play at other clubs, didn't like waiting behind slow foursomes, didn't like the rules that didn't fit his way of playing. So he did what the wealthy do best. He solved the problem by creating his own world. Imagine that. Most people complain about bad service or inconvenient systems. The affluent, they just build their own. The lesson number one. Wealthy clients expect you to build a world around them where things work faster, smoother, and better. If your service feels like a waiting line at the DMV, well, you're done. One of the first things Jordan's architect did was design the course with multiple loops. Instead of the traditional front nine, back nine you're stuck with everywhere else, the Grove 23 has little crossover points. At holes 5 and 14, you can jump back to the clubhouse. Sounds small? But think about it. You finish 5 holes, you're pressed for time. Boom, you're back sipping bourbon at the clubhouse in minutes. This is the equivalent of giving your wealthy clients an express lane to results. Don't force them into a 12-step onboarding process or 6 months of paperwork before they see value. Build little crossovers in your system. Show them the quick wins. Affluent clients don't brag about the forms they fill out. They brag about the shortcut you gave them that no one else knew about. Now, here's where it gets juicy. The fairways are designed so the big bombers, the guys who can drive at 320 yards, actually face narrower landing zones. Jordan, he doesn't bomb it. He's accurate. So the guy who plays precision suddenly has the upper hand over the guy who swings like Thor. It's subtle, almost invisible, but it changes the whole dynamic. That's lesson number two. Stack the deck for your clients. If you're a financial advisor, maybe it's a tax strategy that quietly puts them ahead. If you're a consultant, maybe it's a system that magnifies their natural strengths. The wealthy don't want fair, they want an edge. And the smartest edge is the one that feels completely natural. Now, let's talk about obsession. Jordan built a 20-acre practice facility that's basically NASA for golfers. Target greens are cut into precise 25-yard increments. The putting green has 4 zones with different slopes so you can practice every break imaginable. There's even a data-driven system called Every Ball Counts that stimulates tournament pressure. Here's the key. Wealthy people love to practice. They love systems that show progress, that turn effort into mastery. If you're advising them, don't just give them reports. Build them a practice facility. Maybe that's a dashboard where they can run scenarios. Maybe it's quarterly strategy sessions where you walk them through stress tests of their portfolio. Give them a place to play with their wealth. Because when the rich practice, they get hooked. And when they get hooked, they stay with you. Oh, let's not forget the clubhouse. This isn't some cookie cutter building with stale sandwiches and tired carpet. The Grove 23 looks like something out of Architectural Digest. leather chairs, warm woods, views that make you want to linger. Even the wallpaper is hand selected, and yes, they deliver snacks and cocktails to you on the course by a drone. Think about that. Drones delivering drinks. That's not necessary. That's not efficient. That's not even logical, but it's unforgettable. So, what's your drone moment for clients? The little touch that makes them say, wow, I've never seen that before. Maybe it's a handwritten note on their kid's graduation. Maybe it's delivering a financial plan in a leather bound book instead of a PDF. Maybe it's inviting them to a private dinner with another client they'd love to meet. The one thing they'll tell stories about for years. Now, here's the final layer: exclusivity. You can't just stroll into the Grove 23. Membership is by invitation only. There's no public list, no application form. If you're in, you're in. If not, good luck. This is why the world's wealthiest athletes, executives, and entertainers line up to get around. It's not just the design, it's the feeling of belonging to something you can't buy with money alone. And that's where most advisors and consultants blow it. They make themselves too available. They pitch everyone. They act like they're desperate for business. The wealthy don't respond to desperation. They respond to scarcity, to exclusivity, to by invitation only. If your marketing screams, please hire me, you look like every other advisor in the strip mall. If instead you say, I only take on 3 new clients per year, and only if it's the right fit, suddenly you look like the Grove 23. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. If you're enjoying these stories and want to get better at using stories to attract more affluent clients, head over to getwealthyclients.com and get a free copy of my latest Amazon #1 bestseller. That's getwealthyclients.com. Thanks again for listening. I'll be back at you soon with another chapter in the Velvet Rope Playbook. Bye for now.